If you've ever wondered about the value of your old coins or stumbled upon a Jefferson nickel from 1996, this video is for you. Today, we'll dive deep into one of the most surprising coins in the world, the 1996 D. Jefferson nickel. Believe it or not, this seemingly ordinary nickel could be worth an astonishing $1.6 million. Stick around to find out how this coin became one of the most sought-after treasures for collectors and how you could potentially cash in if you have one hiding in your collection. So, grab your magnifying glass and let's get started. Before we jump into the specifics of the 1996 D. Jefferson nickel, let's take a step back and talk about the coin's history. The Jefferson nickel has been part of American currency since 1938, when it replaced the Buffalo nickel. The coin features President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. Over the years, this coin has been minted in various forms, but the 1996 D edition is special for a unique reason, which we'll get into shortly. Now, when we talk about rare coins, most people think of old silver dollars, rare pennies, or even golden coins. But the truth is, even more recent coins like the 1996 D. Jefferson nickel have made their way into the spotlight, sometimes for prices you wouldn't believe. You might be wondering, what makes the 1996 D. Jefferson nickel worth $1.6 million? The short answer: it's all about a minting error. To explain further, we need to take a closer look at how the United States Mint produces these coins. In 1996, the Denver Mint, which is responsible for producing coins with the D mint mark, accidentally produced a small number of Jefferson nickels with a unique and highly unusual flaw: a double die error. A double die is a type of minting error where the design on the coin is struck twice, resulting in a doubling effect on certain parts of the coin's details. In this case, the doubling was most noticeable on Jefferson's hair and the word Liberty. While double die coins have been discovered before, the 1996 D is particularly rare, and the error was made on a very limited number of coins. These coins have a distinctive appearance that sets them apart from the standard Jefferson nickels, and collectors have been on the lookout for them ever since. So, how do you identify this valuable coin in your collection? You'll want to focus on a few key areas of the coin to see if you have one with the doubling error. Jefferson's hair. Look closely at Jefferson's hair, particularly around the top and sides of his head. If you spot any signs of doubling or a shadow effect where the design appears to have been struck twice, you may have the rare 1996 D error nickel, the word Liberty. Check the word Liberty closely. In a typical 1996 D nickel, the letters should be clear and well-defined. But if you see any doubling or a faint second layer of the letters, you might have the valuable variety, mint mark. Look at the D mint mark on the reverse of the coin. While it's not the direct cause of the error, it's important to confirm that you're looking at a 1996 D nickel and not one from another mint. Remember, the key to finding a valuable coin is patience and precision. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to examine the details carefully. Now that we know what makes this coin so rare, let's talk about why it's worth so much. The value of a coin like the 1996 D. Jefferson nickel doesn't just come from the error itself. It's a combination of rarity, demand, and condition. Rarity. As with any collectible, rarity plays a huge role in the price. The number of 1996 D. Jefferson nickels with this error is extremely limited, and only a few have made their way into public hands. That makes these coins highly sought after by collectors around the world. Demand. Coin collectors are always looking for ways to expand their collections, and error coins like the 1996 D. Jefferson nickel are particularly appealing. The thrill of owning a coin that's both rare and valuable is what drives demand. This demand, combined with the rarity, is what pushes the coin's value to such high amounts. Condition. When it comes to coin value, condition is everything. A 1996 D. Jefferson nickel in perfect condition, especially one with the double die error, can fetch a lot more than one that's been heavily circulated. The grade of the coin, determined by factors like wear, scratches, and discoloration, will significantly affect its market value. The higher the grade, the higher the price. So, if you've just found a 1996 D. Jefferson nickel in your collection and you're wondering how to sell it, here are a few tips to get the best price. Get your coin appraised. The first thing you'll want to do is have your coin appraised by a professional. There are a number of coin dealers and appraisers who specialize in rare and error coins. You can also take your coin to a reputable coin shop for an expert opinion. Make sure the appraiser is familiar with the specific errors associated with this coin. Research the market. Before selling, take the time to research what similar coins have sold for. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and other online auction platforms often list coins like the 1996 D. Jefferson Nickel. This will give you an idea of the current market value and help you make an informed decision about pricing. Choose the right selling method. There are several ways to sell your coin. You can list it online through auction sites like eBay, or you can reach out to professional coin dealers who specialize in high-value collectibles. Another option is to attend a coin show or auction, where rare coins often fetch top dollar. Be cautious. When selling high-value coins, always be cautious. There are many scammers in the coin world who will try to take advantage of sellers. Make sure you're dealing with reputable buyers and sellers to ensure that you're getting the best possible deal. In conclusion, the 1996 D. Jefferson Nickel is one of the most valuable coins in recent history, thanks to a rare minting error that has collectors around the world clamoring to get their hands on one. If you found this coin, you could be holding a hidden treasure worth $1.6 million or more. So, don't rush to spend that nickel just yet. Take the time to check its details carefully, and who knows, you could be on the path to a huge payday. Thanks for watching today's video. If you're a fan of rare coins, or maybe you have some old coins lying around that you think could be valuable, today's video is just for you. In this video, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1978 D. Jefferson Nickel, a coin that might be sitting in your collection right now, worth an incredible $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. A Jefferson nickel from 1978 with the right condition and mint mark can fetch a mind-blowing price. So, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know everything you need to identify, value, and potentially sell this coin for a fortune. Before we get into the specifics of the 1978 D. Jefferson Nickel, let's take a moment to talk about the history of the coin itself. The Jefferson Nickel was first introduced in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag. It was created to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, and it features his profile on the obverse. The reverse features the famous Monticello, Jefferson's home, which gives the coin a strong historical significance. The 1978 Jefferson nickel is a part of a long series of nickels that have seen several changes in design and minting techniques over the years. But the 1978 D, specifically, is special due to its rarity and the high value it can command today. You might be wondering, why is the 1978 D. Jefferson Nickel so valuable? To understand that, we need to dive into a few key factors that make this coin rare. First, the 1978 D. Jefferson Nickel was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark. The D mint mark indicates that the coin was produced in the Denver Mint, which is one of the U.S. mint facilities known for producing high-quality coins. What makes this coin so special is that while millions of these nickels were produced, only a small percentage are in pristine condition today. The reason some 1978 D. Jefferson nickels can fetch such a high price, sometimes up to $1.4 million, is because of certain key factors. The coin must be in nearly perfect condition, ideally graded as MS 67 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC. In addition, the rarity of these high-grade coins makes them extremely valuable to collectors and investors alike. If you've got a 1978 D in excellent condition, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. Now, let's get into how you can identify a 1978 D. Jefferson nickel and determine whether it's valuable enough to consider selling. Mint mark. As we mentioned, the mint mark is an important part of the coin. The D mint mark is located on the reverse side of the coin, just to the right of Monticello. Without this mint mark, the coin would not be from the Denver Mint and wouldn't be as valuable. Condition. The key to the high market value of the 1978 D. Jefferson nickel is its condition. Coins in pristine condition are graded based on their appearance, such as sharpness of detail, lack of scratches, and the quality of the strike. You'll want to inspect your coin closely for any signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. Coins that have been in circulation often have visible wear, meaning the details of Jefferson's profile and Monticello will be worn down, and a coin that has been well preserved and shows no signs of wear can be graded as high as MS 67 or even MS 68, which is when the value begins to climb dramatically. Minting errors. Sometimes, coins with minting errors are worth significantly more than those without. While the 1978 D. Jefferson Nickel isn't particularly known for major errors, it's always a good idea to check for any anomalies in the strike or design. Look for doubling in the lettering or other unusual markings that might set your coin apart from the standard issue. Once you've identified your coin and believe it could be valuable, the next step is to have it professionally graded. This is where companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, come in. These grading services evaluate your coin's condition and assign it a grade, which will ultimately determine its value. It's important to note that coins in higher grades are significantly more valuable than those in lower grades. A coin graded MS 67 or higher could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, while a coin with visible wear or damage could be worth far less. If you want to sell your coin for top dollar, having it graded by a reputable service is essential. The grading process does come with a fee, but it's well worth it to ensure you're getting the correct value for your coin. If you've got a 1978 D. Jefferson Nickel in top condition, you may be wondering where to sell it. The most common place to sell valuable coins is through an auction house, coin dealers, or online marketplaces like eBay. If you want to go the auction route, places like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers have sold rare coins for millions in the past. If you prefer selling your coin directly to a dealer, make sure you're working with someone who specializes in rare coins. It's also a good idea to shop around and get quotes from different dealers to ensure you're getting the best price. While the 1978 D. Jefferson Nickel is the focus of this video, it's important to remember that there are many factors that influence the value of coins. These factors include demand. The value of a coin is often dictated by demand within the collector community. If there's a growing interest in a particular coin, its price can skyrocket. Scarcity. The rarer the coin, the higher its value. Coins from years with lower mintages or errors are often more valuable. Market trends. The coin market, like any other market, can fluctuate. Prices may vary depending on economic conditions, the interest in specific coins, and the general demand for numismatic items. So, there you have it. If you have a 1978 D. Jefferson Nickel in your collection, it could very well be worth a lot more than you think. With the right condition and a professional grade, you could be looking at a coin worth up to $1.4 million. Remember, the key to selling any rare coin for a high price is ensuring it's in excellent condition, having it professionally graded, and finding the right buyer. Hello, and welcome back to our channel, where we explore rare coins that could turn your pocket change into a fortune. Today, we're diving into an incredible story about the 1994 D. Jefferson Nickel, a coin that has taken the collector's market by storm. Believe it or not, this little coin, minted in Denver, has reached a jaw-dropping value of $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.5 million for a nickel. If you're sitting on a collection of old coins or just curious about how such a small coin could fetch such a hefty price, stay tuned. By the end of this video, you'll know what makes the 1994 D. Jefferson Nickel so special, how to identify one, and why collectors are willing to pay millions for it. Let's start with a bit of history. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his Monticello home on the reverse. By 1994, the design had become a familiar sight in pockets and piggy banks across the United States. But not all nickels minted in 1994 were created equal. The Denver Mint, identified by the D Mint mark just to the right of Monticello on the reverse, produced millions of nickels that year. However, one specific batch of these coins stands out due to a rare error and unique characteristics. The 1994 D. Jefferson Nickel owes its extraordinary value to a combination of factors: rarity, condition, and historical significance. One of the most important aspects of this coin is a unique minting error. Some 1994 D nickels have a die flaw that creates a double strike effect or other unusual markings. These errors make the coin incredibly rare. Collectors prize these error coins because they represent a deviation from the norm. Think of them as works of art. No two error coins are exactly alike. The rarity of such errors, combined with the demand among collectors, is what drives the astronomical value. Now, let's talk about how you can identify whether you might have one of these valuable nickels. Start by checking the date and mint mark. You'll want to see the year 1994 and the letter D on the reverse. Next, examine the coin closely, preferably with a magnifying glass or a coin loop. Look for any unusual features, doubling of the design, misaligned strikes, or other irregularities. Keep in mind that condition plays a huge role in determining a coin's value. Coins graded as mint state, which means they are in pristine condition, fetch the highest prices. If your 1994 D nickel shows little to no wear and tear, it could be worth having it professionally graded by an organization like PCGS or NGC. Professional grading is essential because it provides buyers and collectors with confidence in the coin's authenticity and condition. A 1994 D Jefferson nickel with an error, in mint state, and graded highly can command a premium price at auctions or private sales. But why are collectors so passionate about coins like this? The answer lies in the thrill of discovery and the prestige of owning something so rare. For many, collecting rare coins is more than a hobby. It's a connection to history and a smart investment. The 1994 D. Jefferson nickel made headlines when it first appeared at major coin auctions. Over the years, its value has only increased, with some examples fetching as much as $1.5 million. This value is a testament to the coin's rarity, desirability, and the strong market for rare U.S. coins. If you're considering selling a 1994 D. Jefferson nickel, timing and strategy are key. Rare coins like this one attract serious buyers, but you'll want to work with reputable auction houses or dealers to ensure you get the best price. Here are some tips for selling your rare coins. Have your coin professionally graded to determine its condition and authenticity. Research recent sales of similar coins to understand their market value. Consult with a trusted coin dealer or auction house to explore your selling options. Be patient. Rare coins often take time to find the right buyer willing to pay top dollar. The story of the 1994 D. Jefferson nickel is a reminder that extraordinary treasures can sometimes be hidden in plain sight. Who would have thought that a 5-cent piece could turn into a $1.5 million payday? If you're a coin enthusiast or simply someone curious about the value of old coins, remember to check your collection carefully. You never know. You might be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the fascinating world of rare coins. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know in the comments. We're diving into the fascinating story of the 2008 D. Jefferson nickel, a coin that could be sitting in your pocket or coin jar right now and is worth an astonishing $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. A simple nickel from 2008, minted at the Denver Mint, is currently commanding an unbelievable price in the market. So, grab your coins and get ready to learn everything you need to know about why this coin is so valuable, how to identify it, and how you can potentially sell it for a fortune. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the Jefferson nickel itself. Introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel, the Jefferson nickel has become a mainstay in American currency. The design features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. But what makes the 2008 D. Jefferson nickel so special? It all comes down to rarity and unique characteristics. The 2008 D nickel was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D mint mark on the coin. While millions of these nickels were minted, not all of them were created equal. A small number of these coins feature a rare error that has skyrocketed their value to collectors and investors alike. So, what is this error? Experts believe it is related to the coin's die strike, how the design was imprinted onto the blank coin. A misaligned die or a doubling effect may have occurred during the minting process, creating subtle but noticeable variations in the design. For example, look closely at the lettering, particularly on the words Liberty and In God We Trust. If you see any doubling, misalignment, or unusual spacing, you might be holding one of these rare treasures. Another feature to look for is the reverse design. Pay attention to Monticello, its structure, and the surrounding details. Variations in the steps leading up to the building, any doubling, or a weak strike can significantly affect the coin's value. Now, let's talk about grading and condition. For any coin to command top dollar, its condition is crucial. Collectors use a grading scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. If your 2008 D. Jefferson nickel is in mint condition or close to it, you're looking at the highest market value. Even coins in slightly lower grades can still fetch thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity of the error and overall demand. The best way is to have it professionally graded by a reputable grading company such as PCGS or NGC. These companies provide a certified grade and authentication for your coin, which is essential if you plan to sell it at auction or to a serious collector. There are a few options. First, online marketplaces like eBay or heritage auctions are great platforms to reach a wide audience of collectors. Be sure to include clear photos of both sides of your coin and highlight any unique features or errors. Second, consider working with a local coin dealer or attending a coin show. These venues allow you to connect with collectors in person, and you might even get multiple offers to choose from. Finally, specialized auction houses are ideal for high-value coins. If your nickel is worth $1.2 million, this is where you'll find the most serious buyers willing to pay top dollar. Now, you might be wondering, why is someone willing to pay so much for a nickel? It all comes down to the collector's mindset. Rare coins, especially those with errors, hold historical and aesthetic appeal. For collectors, owning a unique piece of history is priceless. And for investors, high-value coins can be a solid financial asset that appreciates over time. But remember, not every 2008 D. Jefferson nickel is worth millions. It's essential to verify your coin's unique characteristics and condition before assuming it's a jackpot find. Start by examining your coin collection or spare change. Look specifically for nickels with the 2008 date and the Denver D mint mark. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to check for errors or variations in the design. Pay close attention to the lettering and Monticello. If you think you've found something special, consult an expert or send your coin to be graded. This step is vital to ensure your coin's authenticity and maximize its value. Before we wrap up, here's a pro tip. If you're serious about finding valuable coins, educate yourself about mint marks, coin errors, and grading standards. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to identify hidden treasures. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 2008 D. Jefferson nickel. Who would have thought a simple 5-cent coin could be worth a life-changing $1.2 million? We dive deep into the world of rare coins that could make you a millionaire. Today, we're talking about a coin that's turning heads and making waves in the numismatic world, the 1982 D. Jefferson nickel. Believe it or not, this simple 5-cent piece could fetch a staggering $1.7 million at auction. Could one of these rare treasures be hiding in your collection? Stick around, because we'll explore what makes this coin so valuable, how to identify it, and how you can turn it into a fortune. Let's start with the basics. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. But what makes the 1982 D special? Well, it all comes down to a rare error combined with unique historical circumstances. In 1982, the Denver Mint faced significant challenges. Due to rising costs, the U.S. Mint experimented with different production methods and materials. This resulted in some inconsistencies, including a rare minting error that slipped through the cracks. These flawed coins are what collectors and investors are after today. But not every 1982 D nickel is worth millions. It's the rare mint error versions that hold the key to this incredible value. Now, here's how you can identify if your 1982 D. Jefferson nickel is one of these rare treasures. Mint mark. Look for the small d on the right side of the coin under the date. It indicates that the coin was minted in Denver. Striking error. These coins often show misalignments or double die errors. Check the details of Jefferson's portrait or the lettering. Condition. The coin's grade is critical. Coins in mint state condition or with minimal wear are the most valuable material. Some 1982 D nickels were struck on an experimental alloy. Experts can verify this through a metallurgical analysis. If your coin ticks these boxes, you might have hit the jackpot. So why does this coin command such a high price? It all boils down to rarity and demand. Serious collectors are always on the hunt for unique pieces to complete their sets, and a 1982 D with a mint error is a crown jewel in the Jefferson nickel series. Recently, a pristine example sold for a jaw-dropping $1.7 million at auction. This record-breaking sale has ignited interest, driving up the value of these coins even further. If you think you might have a 1982 D. Jefferson nickel worth millions, here's what you need to do next. Inspect your coin. Use a magnifying glass to check for the details we mentioned earlier. Grade your coin. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll assess the condition and authenticity. Consult an expert. Reach out to a numismatic expert or auction house to get an accurate valuation. Consider selling. If your coin checks all the boxes, consider putting it up for auction. High-profile auctions attract serious buyers willing to pay top dollar. Now, let's address some common questions. How many of these coins exist? While no one knows the exact number, experts estimate that only a few examples are in circulation, making it extremely rare. Where should you look? Start with your old piggy banks, jars of loose change, or inherited coin collections. You never know where one of these rare coins might be hiding. Imagine finding a simple nickel and turning it into $1.7 million. It's the dream, right? The 1982 D. Jefferson Nickel proves that treasures can be hidden in plain sight. So, take the time to check your collection. Who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching today's video. We're diving into the story of a seemingly ordinary coin that's anything but ordinary. The 1998 D. Jefferson Nickel. This small piece of American currency could make you a millionaire if you have the right one. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this coin worth an astonishing $1.3 million on the current market. You won't want to miss a single detail. Let's begin with some background. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American coinage since 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features a portrait of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his iconic home, Monticello, on the reverse. Over the years, this coin has undergone a few design changes, but its history and significance remain strong. So, why the 1998 D. Jefferson nickel? What sets this particular coin apart from the millions of others minted that year? First, let's talk about the Denver Mint. Coins with the D Mint mark were struck in Denver. In 1998 alone, the Denver Mint produced millions of Jefferson nickels. But within that massive production run lies a small number of coins that are incredibly rare. These rare specimens are what collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. The value of the 1998 D. Jefferson nickel isn't just about its age. Instead, it comes down to a combination of factors that make it one of the most sought-after coins today. Let's break them down. First and foremost, condition. Coin collectors use a grading scale to evaluate the condition of a coin, ranging from poor to perfect. The highest grade, known as MS 70 or Mint State 70, means the coin is flawless under magnification. A 1998 D. Jefferson nickel in Mint State 70 condition is extremely rare, which drives its value into the millions. Next, errors. Many valuable coins are the result of minting errors, and the 1998 D. Jefferson nickel is no exception. Some of these coins display double-die errors or misstrikes that make them unique. These errors are not visible to the naked eye, so examining your coins closely or having them appraised by a professional is crucial. Finally, provenance. The story behind a coin can significantly impact its value. Coins with verified origins or a history of being part of a prominent collection can fetch higher prices at auctions. If you think you might have a 1998 D. Jefferson nickel, the first step is to look for the D Mint mark, which is located just to the right of Monticello on the reverse side. Once you've confirmed the mint mark, it's time to evaluate its condition. Inspect the coin carefully under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for any unusual features, such as doubling on the text or design elements, or a striking inconsistency. If you notice anything out of the ordinary, it's worth having your coin professionally graded by a trusted organization like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. So, why are collectors willing to pay $1.3 million for a 1998 D. Jefferson nickel? The answer lies in the coin's rarity and the demand for high-quality examples. As time passes, coins naturally wear down or get lost. Finding a 1998 D. Jefferson nickel in pristine condition with unique features is like finding a needle in a haystack. In the world of numismatics, rarity and demand are everything. Serious collectors are constantly on the hunt for standout pieces to complete their collections. When a coin like this comes to auction, it sparks bidding wars that drive the price into the millions. If you believe you have a valuable 1998 D. Jefferson nickel, here's what you need to do to maximize its value. First, get the coin professionally appraised and graded. A high-grade rating from a reputable organization is essential to achieving top dollar. Next, consider selling your coin through a reputable auction house or coin dealer. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions specialize in rare coins and can connect you with serious buyers who are willing to pay premium prices. Finally, avoid cleaning or altering your coin in any way. Even a tiny scratch or cleaning mark can significantly reduce its value. Leave your coin in its original state to preserve its worth. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1998 D. Jefferson Nickel, a coin that could turn your pocket change into life-changing wealth. Hello, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Welcome back to your channel name, where we uncover the fascinating world of rare coins that could make you a millionaire. Today, we're diving into the story of a remarkable coin that's turning heads in the collector's market, the 1987 D. Jefferson Nickel. You heard that right. This seemingly ordinary coin, with a humble face value of just 5 cents, has recently fetched a jaw-dropping $1.1 million at auction. So, grab a cup of coffee and stick around as we explore why this coin is so valuable, what makes it stand out, and how you might discover one in your own collection. Let's start with a bit of history. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, this coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse in Monticello, his historic home. On the reverse, BY 1987, the Jefferson nickel had been in circulation for nearly 5 decades, but most coins minted that year were considered common. However, the Denver Mint, known for its D mint mark, produced a small batch of nickels that would later become some of the most sought-after coins in the world. Now, what makes the 1987 D. Jefferson nickel worth $1.1 million? The answer lies in its condition, rarity, and unique characteristics. The coin that sold for over $1 million was graded as MS 68 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, or PCGS. MS stands for mint state, and an MS 68 grade means the coin is in nearly flawless condition. Out of the millions of 1987 D nickels minted, only a handful have survived in this pristine state. Most nickels from that year have been worn down by circulation, making high-grade examples incredibly rare and valuable. But rarity isn't the only factor. Collectors also look for certain errors or anomalies that set a coin apart. While the $1 million 1987 D nickel didn't have a major error, its sharp details, immaculate luster, and lack of blemishes made it a standout piece. It's these attributes that drive collectors to pay top dollar. The story of this coin's incredible value doesn't end with its physical attributes. The coin's provenance, or its ownership history, can also play a significant role. Coins with a well-documented history tend to fetch higher prices at auction. The 1987 D nickel we're talking about was part of a prominent collection, which added to its allure and final sale price. So, how can you find out if you have a treasure hiding in your pocket change or coin collection? First, check the year and mint mark on your nickels. The 1987 date should appear on the obverse, and the D mint mark is located on the right-hand side of Monticello on the reverse. Next, examine the coin's condition. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to check for sharp details and minimal wear. If you think your coin might be in exceptional condition, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. Proper storage is also crucial for preserving the value of your coins. Keep them in a cool, dry place, and use acid-free holders or capsules to prevent tarnishing and damage. The better the condition, the higher the potential value. Here are a few quick tips for anyone looking to strike it rich with rare coins. Educate yourself on key dates, mint marks, and errors to watch for. Check pocket change, inherited collections, and flea markets for hidden gems. Invest in a good magnifying glass and coin guidebook. Network with other collectors and attend coin shows for insider knowledge. Before we wrap up, let's dream for a moment. Imagine finding a coin like the 1987 D. Jefferson nickel in your collection and learning it's worth over $1 million. It's the ultimate treasure hunt, and with knowledge and persistence, it could happen to you. Thanks for joining me on this fascinating journey into the world of rare coins, the channel where we uncover the hidden treasures in your coin collection. If you've ever thought about selling old coins for a fortune, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1995 P. Jefferson nickel, a coin that has taken the collector's world by storm with a jaw-dropping market value of $1.60 million. Grab a cup of coffee, sit back, And let's explore what makes this coin so special, why it's worth so much, and how you might find one hiding in your collection. First, let's talk about the basics of the 1995 P. Jefferson nickel. Minted in Philadelphia, this coin may seem like an ordinary 5-cent piece, but appearances can be deceiving. What sets this coin apart are its unique features and rare variations that make it highly desirable to collectors. On the obverse side, you'll see the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson. The reverse side features his famous Monticello home. But what collectors are really looking for is the fine details that could indicate a rare error or high-grade condition, SO. What makes a 1995 P. Jefferson nickel worth $1.6 million? Let's break it down. The first thing that skyrockets the value of a coin like this is minting errors. During the minting process, small mistakes can occur, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors. These errors are like signatures of rarity, and collectors will pay a premium to own a piece of minting history. For the 1995 P. Jefferson nickel, one of the most sought-after variations includes a double die error, where the design elements appear slightly duplicated. These errors are incredibly rare and nearly impossible to replicate, making them highly valuable. The second reason for the coin's high value is its grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. A 1995 P. Jefferson nickel in near-perfect condition, graded MS 67 or higher, is a treasure. Why? Because finding a coin in such pristine condition after nearly 3 decades is extremely rare. If you think you might have a 1995 P. Jefferson nickel, pay close attention to its condition. Even small scratches or wear marks can significantly impact its value. Now, let's talk about how to identify if you have one of these valuable coins. Step 1. Look for the P mint mark just to the right of Monticello on the reverse side of the coin. Step 2. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin for any doubling on the letters or numbers. Check the word Liberty and the date 1995 on the obverse side. Step 3. Check the overall condition of the coin. Coins without major scratches, dents, or discoloration stand a better chance of being valuable. Now, here's a pro tip. If you think you've found a valuable 1995 P. Jefferson nickel, consider getting it professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can validate its worth and make it more attractive to potential buyers. Why are collectors willing to pay $1.6 million for this coin? It all comes down to supply and demand. Rare coins, especially those with unique errors or perfect grades, are limited in number. Serious collectors are always looking to add a piece like this to their collection, and they're willing to pay a premium to outbid the competition. Imagine your coin becoming the centerpiece of a major auction. That's the dream of every collector and seller. So, how can you turn your old coins into a fortune? First, take a close look at your collection. Don't underestimate the value of the coins you've saved over the years. You might be sitting on a treasure without even knowing it. Before we wrap up, here are some final tips for anyone looking to sell their coins. Do your research. Learn about your coin's history and potential value. Get your coin graded. A certified grade can make a huge difference in value. Consider selling at an auction or through a reputable dealer. This ensures you get the best price for your treasure. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1995 P. Jefferson nickel and why it's worth a staggering $1.6 million. Where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change and coin collections. Today, we're diving into an extraordinary coin that could change your life. The 1985 P. Jefferson nickel, valued at an astonishing $1.4 million on the current market. Yes, you heard that right. A nickel worth $1.4 million. So, if you're sitting on an old coin collection or even a jar of change, you'll want to stick around for the full video. First, let's talk about the 1985 P. Jefferson nickel itself. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin might look ordinary at first glance. But as with all valuable coins, the devil is in the details. What makes this nickel so special? There are several factors at play, from rare minting errors to high-quality preservation. We'll break it all down for you. Before we dive into what makes this coin worth a fortune, let's quickly touch on its history. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. The design features a profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his iconic home, Monticello, on the reverse. While millions of nickels have been minted over the years, only a select few have become legendary due to their rarity or unique features. Now, let's get into the specifics of the 1985 P. Jefferson nickel. One of the primary reasons this coin commands such a high value is its rarity and pristine condition. Coins graded as MS 68 or higher by professional grading services are exceedingly rare. For reference, MS stands for mint state, and the grading scale goes up to 70, which represents a flawless coin. The 1985 P nickel scarcity in these high grades makes it incredibly desirable to collectors. So, what should you look for if you think you might have one of these valuable nickels? Here are the key factors to consider. Condition. The first thing collectors look for is the coin's condition. If your 1985 P nickel is free from scratches, discoloration, and wear, it could be worth getting it graded. Even slight imperfections can significantly lower its value. Mint mark. The P mint mark indicates that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. You'll find this mark on the obverse side, just to the right of Jefferson's portrait. If your nickel lacks this mint mark, it's not the coin we're talking about. Errors and varieties. Some 1985 P nickels are worth a premium due to minting errors. These errors could include things like double dies, off-center strikes, or even die cracks. While these errors might seem like imperfections, they actually make the coin more desirable to collectors. Luster and eye appeal. High-grade coins often have a beautiful luster that makes them stand out. This is a sign of minimal handling and excellent preservation. Coins with great eye appeal are more likely to fetch top dollar at auction. Now, you might be wondering, how can a nickel be worth $1.4 million? The answer lies in the coin collecting market. Rare coins are like fine art. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for pieces that are rare, beautiful, and historically significant. The 1985 P. Jefferson nickel checks all these boxes, making it one of the most sought-after coins in the hobby. So, what should you do if you think you have a 1985 P. Jefferson nickel? First, handle it with care. Avoid touching the coin with your bare hands, as the oils on your skin can damage the surface. Place the coin in a protective holder or case. Next, consider having it professionally graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. These services can authenticate your coin and assign it a grade, which is essential for determining its value. If your coin is indeed a high-grade 1985 P nickel, the next step is to decide how to sell it. You can list it at an auction house, connect with private collectors, or even sell it through online platforms like eBay. Just make sure to work with reputable buyers to avoid scams. Now, let's hear from you. Have you ever come across a 1985 P. Jefferson nickel in your collection? Do you have any rare coins you think might be valuable? Share your stories in the comments below. We'd love to hear about your discoveries and help you unlock their potential. Before we wrap up, here's a quick recap. The 1985 P. Jefferson nickel is worth up to $1.4 million due to its rarity and high-grade condition. Look for the P mint mark, pristine condition, and possible minting errors. If you think you have one, handle it with care and get it professionally graded. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more coin collecting tips and fascinating stories. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Who knows? The next coin we feature might be hiding in your collection, waiting to make you a millionaire. Where we explore the fascinating world of rare coins that could be hiding in your pocket change. If you're someone who wants to turn an old coin into a small fortune, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into a story that could change your life. The 1974 Jefferson nickel with a mint mark, currently valued at an astonishing $1.50 million. That's right. A single 1974 Jefferson nickel has made headlines in the numismatic world for fetching $1.5 million at auction. But what makes this nickel so valuable? Is it the mint mark? The material? Or perhaps a rare error during production? Let's break it all down, step by step, so you can find out if you have this hidden treasure sitting in a jar at home. First, let's talk about the history of the Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1974 nickel continued this design, but what makes certain coins from that year stand out is their rarity and unique features. Now, let's get into the specifics of what makes the 1974 nickel so special. There are a few key factors to check for. Look just to the right of Monticello on the reverse side of the coin. If you see a small letter, like D for Denver or S for San Francisco, that's the mint mark. Some coins from the Denver Mint in 1974 have unique characteristics that make them highly sought after. Rare coins often owe their value to errors made during production. The 1974 nickel may have a double die error, where parts of the design appear doubled. Check carefully with a magnifying glass, especially around the lettering and Monticello. Collectors and investors pay a premium for coins in pristine condition. A coin graded as MS 65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC will command a much higher value. Even slight wear can significantly impact the price to SO. How did this particular 1974 nickel reach such an unbelievable value? The coin that sold for $1.5 million was a Denver-minted Jefferson nickel, graded as MS 67. It had a unique error, an overstrike combined with an unusual finish, making it one of a kind. Rare features like this create a feeding frenzy among collectors, driving the price sky high. Are you wondering how to check if you have a valuable 1974 nickel? Here are some simple steps. Start by going through old jars, drawers, and boxes where you've stored loose change. Invest in a good magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to examine your coins closely. Lighting is crucial, so work under a bright lamp. Pay attention to the mint mark, date, and any unusual features like doubling or unique textures. Use online resources or coin books to compare your findings. Websites like PCGS and NGC have detailed databases with photos of rare coins. If you think you've found something special, have it evaluated by a certified coin grader or appraiser at SO. What should you do if you discover a rare 1974 nickel? First, don't rush to sell it. Here's a plan. Ensure the coin is authenticated and graded by a reputable grading service. Look at recent auction results to understand the potential value of your coin. High-value coins often sell best at specialized auctions or through established dealers. Don't settle for the first offer. Shop around and consider consulting a numismatic expert to guide you. Before we wrap up, remember that finding a rare coin like the 1974 Jefferson nickel is like winning the lottery. While the chances are slim, it's not impossible. Coins like these have been discovered in pocket change, thrift store finds, and even inherited collections. So, keep your eyes peeled and start searching today. Thank you for watching. We uncover the secrets behind some of the most valuable coins in the world. Today, we're diving into a truly remarkable story, the 1981 P. Jefferson Nickel, a coin that could potentially make you a millionaire. Yes, you heard that right. One of these nickels recently made headlines with a jaw-dropping market value of $1.2 million. Stick around to find out what makes this ordinary-looking coin extraordinarily valuable. Let's start with a little background. The Jefferson nickel was introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, this 5-cent piece has been a staple of American currency for decades. While millions of Jefferson nickels have been minted over the years, only a select few have captured the attention of collectors. The 1981 P. Jefferson nickel is one of those rare finds. Now, you might be wondering what exactly makes this coin so valuable. The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and errors. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about rarity. While the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of nickels in 1981, very few have survived in pristine condition. Coins that have been well preserved over the years are incredibly rare. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these flawless specimens. But there's more to the story than just condition. Next, let's discuss errors. Errors are like little quirks that make a coin unique. The 1981 P. Jefferson nickel is famous for a few key types of errors, including off-center strikes, double dies, and die cracks. These errors occur during the minting process and give the coin a distinct appearance. The more noticeable and rare the error, the higher the coin's value. For instance, a double die error happens when the coin is struck twice, resulting in a slight overlapping of the design. It's a subtle but fascinating detail that collectors love. Another error to look out for is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is noticeably misaligned. If you spot these characteristics on a 1981 P. Jefferson nickel, you might be holding a small fortune in your hand. Condition is another critical factor. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. Coins graded in the high 60s, especially those with errors, are exceedingly rare and can fetch staggering prices. That's where the $1.2 million valuation comes in. A 1981 P nickel in top condition with a unique error can command that kind of price at auction. So, how can you tell if your nickel is one of these rare gems? Here are a few tips. Check the mint mark. Look for the P mint mark on the right side of Monticello, the building depicted on the reverse of the coin. Inspect the coin's condition. Use a magnifying glass to examine the coin for scratches, wear, and other imperfections. Look for errors. Pay close attention to details like doubling on the lettering or numbers, and check for off-center strikes or die cracks. Get a professional grading. If you think your coin is valuable, consider sending it to a professional grading service. They can authenticate and grade the coin, giving you an accurate assessment of its value. But where can you sell a coin like this? High-value coins like the 1981 P. Jefferson Nickel are often sold at auctions or through reputable coin dealers. Online platforms like eBay can also be a good option, but make sure to deal with trusted buyers to avoid scams. It's always a good idea to consult with an expert to get the best price for your coin. Imagine finding a coin worth $1.2 million in your collection. It's not just a dream. It's a reality for some lucky individuals. Stories of people discovering valuable coins in their spare change or old collections are more common than you might think. Could you be the next success story? Before we wrap up, here's a quick recap. The 1981 P. Jefferson Nickel is highly sought after for its rarity, unique errors, and pristine condition. If you have one of these coins, it's worth taking a closer look. Who knows? You might be sitting on a million-dollar treasure. Thank you for watching and joining us on this exciting journey into the world of rare coins. We're diving into a fascinating story about a coin that might just be sitting in your collection, hidden away in a drawer, or tucked into an old jar of change. We're talking about the 1986 D. Jefferson Nickel, a coin with a staggering current market value of $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.3 million for a single nickel. Stick with us for the next 10 minutes, and we'll uncover why this coin is so valuable, what to look for in your own collection, and how you could potentially turn an ordinary-looking nickel into life-changing wealth. Let's get started. First, a little background. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938, featuring the iconic profile of President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home, Monticello, on the reverse. In 1986, millions of Jefferson nickels were minted at the Denver Mint, which is identified by the small D mint mark on the coin's obverse, just to the right of Jefferson's portrait. At first glance, the 1986 D nickel seems like any other. It's made of a copper-nickel alloy, weighs 5 grams, and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. So, what sets this particular coin apart? Why would one sell for $1.30 million? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, condition, and error. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about condition. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. The 1986 D nickel that reached the incredible value of $1.3 million was graded as MS 68 by professional coin grading services. MS stands for mint state, and the scale goes up to 70. A grade of 68 means the coin is in nearly flawless condition, with only the tiniest imperfections visible under magnification. Coins of this grade are exceedingly rare, especially for nickels minted in the billions. Now, let's talk about errors. Errors are like hidden gems in the coin world, and they can significantly increase a coin's value. Some 1986 D nickels have unique errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These errors make the coin unique, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for such one-of-a-kind pieces. Imagine owning a coin with a flaw so rare that it becomes priceless to the right buyer. But even without errors, the 1986 D nickel has another factor in its favor: low survival rates in high grades. Most nickels from this era were used heavily in circulation, which means they've developed scratches, dings, and wear over time. Finding one in pristine condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. That's why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that look like they just came off the minting press. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1986 D. Jefferson nickel? Here are the key steps. Check the date and mint mark. Look closely at the obverse of your nickel. The date should read 1986, and there should be a small D mint mark to the right of Jefferson's portrait. Examine the condition. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect your coin. Is the surface free of scratches and wear? Does it have a brilliant luster? High-grade coins are shiny, sharp, and detailed. Look for errors. Inspect both sides of the coin for anomalies. Double dies, off-center strikes, or other unusual features can significantly boost its value. Get your coin graded. If you think your coin is in excellent condition, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade will help you determine its true value and make it more appealing to potential buyers. Now, you might be wondering, who buys these coins? The answer is serious collectors and investors. Coin auctions, online marketplaces, and specialized dealers are great places to sell high-value coins like the 1986 D. Jefferson Nickel. If your coin is rare enough, it could spark a bidding war and fetch a price far beyond its initial appraisal. Before we wrap up, here's a word of caution. Not every 1986 D nickel is worth millions. The $1.3 million price tag is reserved for coins in extraordinary condition or with rare errors. However, even lower-grade coins or coins with minor errors can still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. So, it's always worth checking your collection. As we come to the end of this video, let's recap. The 1986 D. Jefferson Nickel might look ordinary, but it has the potential to be worth a fortune if it's in the right condition or has unique features. Check your change, look through your old coin jars, and don't overlook what might be a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. We have many more stories about valuable coins, tips for identifying rare finds, and guidance on selling your collection for top dollar. Let us know in the comments.